Does your cat curl up beside you every night? If your cat sleeps with you, here's what they're really telling you. Do you really understand what they're trying to say? Sure, it feels cute, comforting, even a little magical. It looks adorable, but what's actually happening goes far deeper than most owners ever realize. Sleeping next to you is one of the most emotionally significant things a cat can do. And if you've been misreading it, which most people have, you've been missing messages your cat has been sending for years. But beneath that closeness lies something much deeper that most people completely overlook. In fact, it's one of the most emotionally meaningful things your cat can do. And if you misunderstand it, as many owners do, you might be missing messages your cat has been quietly sending for years. What if I told you every single night your cat sleeps beside you, they're sending you a message you've probably never understood? Not just love, not just comfort, something deeper, something instinctive, something ancient. And if you've been missing it, you've been missing one of the most powerful ways your cat communicates with you. Love is not always spoken. Sometimes it's simply the quiet trust of being able to sleep beside someone without fear. Let's unpack what that nightly ritual truly means. 1. It was never about warmth. Most people assume the reason is simple. Cats get cold, you're warm, problem solved. But that explanation falls apart quickly. Cats are remarkably resourceful when it comes to finding heat. Sunny windowsills, warm laptops, radiators, laundry fresh from the dryer. Heat is never hard for them to find. So why do they keep choosing you? Because sleep is when a cat is at its most defenseless. Every survival instinct they carry tells them to find somewhere hidden, somewhere tucked away, somewhere a predator could never reach. And yet, night after night, your cat walks past every quiet, sheltered corner in your home and climbs into bed with a creature 15 times its size. That is not a temperature decision. That is trust, profound, deliberate, and deeply felt. Research in animal cognition has found that cats form attachment bonds with their owners that closely mirror the way human infants bond with caregivers. When your cat chooses to sleep beside you, they are communicating something they have no other way to express. You make me feel safe enough to let my guard down completely. One important note: if your cat suddenly stops sleeping with you, don't dismiss it. We'll explore what that really signals toward the end. And it's something most owners wish they had understood far sooner. 2. They're blending their scent with yours. Have you ever noticed your cat gently pressing their head or body against you before settling in for sleep? That's not just affection, it's communication. Cats have scent glands around their cheeks and body, and when they rub against you, they're marking you. In their world, scent is identity. By mixing their scent with yours, they're creating a shared signal that says, "You're part of my safe space. You belong to me, and I belong with you." It's their way of building a bond, one that goes far beyond simple companionship. So the next time your cat curls up beside you at night, remember, it's not just a habit. It's a message, a quiet, powerful expression of trust, comfort, and connection. The secret language of cat cuddles. Cats have scent glands tucked along their forehead and at the base of their tail. Every time they rub against you, they're leaving invisible markers, a quiet, biological signature most people never notice. But sleeping is where something deeper happens. When your cat presses against you through the night, they aren't simply marking you as theirs. They're doing something far more intimate. They're merging your scent with their own. In the wild, cats belonging to the same colony share a communal scent. It's their silent system of recognition, a way of saying, without a single sound, this one is family, this one is safe. Night after night, when your cat weaves their smell into yours, they're performing an ancient ritual, telling the world, and perhaps themselves, that you belong to each other. This is also why your cat may sniff you so intensely the moment you walk through the door. You've been somewhere unfamiliar. You smell different. You've lost traces of the scent you share. And that bedtime cuddle? Part of it is simply them restoring what went missing while you were gone. Your cat thinks they're your bodyguard. Ever notice how deliberately your cat chooses where to sleep? Beside your head, near your feet, pressed firm against your back. That placement is never random, it's strategic. Here's what surprises most people. Even the smallest, most pampered house cat still carries the instincts of a predator. And predators are wired to understand threat. When your cat positions themselves beside you at night, part of them genuinely believes they are standing guard. This instinct reaches back thousands of years. In wild cat colonies, members would take turns watching over one another during rest, not purely out of affection, but out of survival. Your cat, no matter how domesticated, has never forgotten that ancient code. Watch where your cat sleeps. The answer is always intentional. Every position has a purpose. If your cat sleeps facing the door, they're watching the entry point. If they settle near your head, they're guarding your most vulnerable area. They know they're small. They don't care. Something deep in their wiring quietly insists, this human is mine to protect. Will your cat actually fight off an intruder? Probably not. But in their mind, they've taken a post. They've assigned themselves a role, and every single night, without fail, they show up for duty. Every sleep position is a message. Does your cat curl into a tight ball? Sprawl across the bed like they own it? Sleep with their back turned entirely toward you? Each position is communicating something distinct, if you know how to read it. The tight curl. This is the most self-protective position a cat can take. It shields the belly, tucks the paws inward, and keeps every vital organ hidden from the world. If your cat consistently sleeps this way near you, it means they feel safe enough to be close, but not quite safe enough to fully let go. It's trust, yes, but trust with a quiet layer of caution still underneath. The full sprawl. Legs stretched wide, belly completely exposed, sometimes entirely upside down. This is the ultimate expression of security. A cat who exposes their stomach is a cat who believes, without reservation, that nothing bad will happen to them in your presence. Every survival instinct that once told them to stay guarded has been set aside because of you. The turn back. Some owners take this personally. Don't. In the cat world, turning your back to someone isn't indifference. It's one of the highest forms of trust. It means they don't need to watch you. It means they're certain you won't hurt them. That turned back isn't rejection. It's quiet, unspoken confidence in who you are to them. Sonnet 4.6. Here is the rewritten version. The full contact press. And then there's the most telling position of all. The full contact press. When your cat sleeps pushed directly against you, sometimes wedged into the smallest, most impractical spaces imaginable, they're making the strongest statement they know how to make. They want zero distance between you. That isn't clinginess. That's devotion. They rearrange their entire life around yours. Have you ever noticed that your cat seems to wake when you wake and wind down right as you head to bed? That isn't coincidence. That's a choice. One they made specifically for you. Cats are naturally crepuscular. Their bodies are biologically wired to be most alert at dawn and dusk, the precise hours their wild ancestors hunted. By instinct alone, a cat's internal schedule should have almost nothing in common with a human's. And yet, bonded cats do something extraordinary. They override their own biology. Researchers studying domestic cats have found that cats living in close relationship with humans gradually shift their sleep and wake cycles to mirror their owners. They stay awake longer through the day. They sleep more deeply through the night. Not because it feels natural to them, but because that's when you're present. Sit with that for a moment. Your cat's internal clock, shaped by thousands of years of evolution, gets quietly rewritten, just so they can spend more time existing in your world. It's why your cat greets you at the door. It's why they appear beside you moments before your alarm sounds. They've learned your rhythm. They've synchronized themselves to it, not out of habit, but out of preference. They feel your stress before you name it. Ever come home from a brutal day and found your cat suddenly unwilling to leave your side? Pressed against you, following your every move, closer than usual, for no obvious reason. That isn't coincidence. They already knew something was wrong, long before you said a single word. The silent language of cats. How they read you while you sleep. Cats are remarkably attuned to the people they bond with, and science is finally confirming what cat owners have always sensed. Your cat understands you far better than you realize. Studies show that cats can detect subtle shifts in human behavior, body language, and even scent. When stress takes hold of you, your body releases cortisol. Your movements change. Your breathing slows or quickens. Your posture tightens. Your cat registers all of it. They may not understand why you're upset, but they know, without question, that something is wrong. This is precisely why some cats become extra affectionate when their owner falls ill, feels anxious, or is deep in grief. It isn't simply sweetness. It's a response to real, involuntary signals you're broadcasting without even knowing it. A front row seat to your emotional world. Sleeping beside you gives your cat something remarkable. Nightly, uninterrupted access to your emotional state. Your heart rate. Your restlessness. The rhythm of your breathing. Night after night, they absorb this information, quietly building a picture of what you feel like at baseline. And the moment something shifts, they notice. When they suddenly stop, what it really means. What does it mean when a cat who has always slept beside you suddenly stops? This is not a small thing, and it deserves your full attention. If your cat has spent months or even years curled up beside you at night, and that behavior abruptly changes, don't dismiss it. Cats are creatures of deep habit. When they break a pattern this significant, they are communicating something real. The reason may be physical. Pain, illness, or physical discomfort can drive a cat to seek solitude. It is an instinct wired deep into their nature. Cats hide vulnerability when they don't feel well. If your older cat suddenly withdraws from sleeping with you, a visit to the vet is more than worth considering. The reason may be environmental. A new pet, a new person in the home, a shift in daily routine. What feels minor to you can feel seismic to a cat. They are exquisitely sensitive to changes in their territory, and even small disruptions can alter their sense of safety. The reason may be emotional. Cats remember. If something startled them in your bedroom, or if tension or conflict occurred in that space, they may quietly withdraw, not out of indifference, but out of self-protection. Listen, watch, reconnect. Your cat chose to sleep beside you because they trusted you completely. When that changes, they are not being difficult or moody. They are telling you something, in the only language they have. So pay attention. Watch for what's changed. And, if needed, gently create the conditions that help them feel safe again. Because that nightly ritual, the warmth of them curled beside you, the quiet comfort of their presence, was never small to them. It shouldn't be small to you either. Love is not always spoken. Sometimes it's simply the quiet trust of being able to sleep beside someone without fear. So tonight, when your cat chooses you again, don't just see it as something cute. See it for what it truly is. A silent, powerful reminder that in their world, you are home.